sell inherited land. It's not every day that someone inherits land, but if you find yourself in this position, you may be wondering what to do with your inherited land. Selling inherited land can be a bit of a process, but with the right preparation, it can be done successfully. In this video, we'll outline how to sell your inherited land and some of the things you need to keep in mind. This includes determining whether an estate or land agent or land investor is the right fit for your inherited land sale. How do I sell my inherited land? The probate process is similar to that when inheriting a house and can be long and time-consuming, but determining what to do with inherited land is the first thing you need to decide. Step 1. Determine the land's value. Before you can sell inherited land, you'll need to determine how much it's worth. From the probate process, you should have an estimate of the land's value. However, if it's been a year or more since going through probate, the value of the land may have changed. Start by contacting a valuer who specializes in land and works to value land in the area that your inherited land is located. A land valuer will recognize advantages of the land such as access to utilities, proximity to roads, rail, etc. Keep in mind that the value of inherited land will vary drastically depending on what it can be used for example building and development, agricultural or renewable energy. Step 2. Estate or land agent or investor. There are a couple of different options for selling your land, and the decision comes down to how simple you want the process to be and how long you're willing to wait to sell your land. Selling inherited property using an agent. To sell inherited property with an agent, you will need to find an estate agent who specializes in land, or use a dedicated land agent. We recommend that you interview multiple estate and land agents to find someone who is the right fit for you. We recommend asking at least the 3 questions. How many pieces of land have you sold within 5 miles of my land? How quickly did the land sell? How many times did they need to reduce the price of the land? After choosing an estate or land agent, it's a waiting game. Your agent needs to find a buyer, and land typically moves slow. We're talking 6 to 9 months for a sale. There can be lots of payments to make on a property or land while you are waiting for it to sell. Make sure to account for these costs when determining whether an estate or land agent or investor, or even selling land by owner, makes more sense for your land sale. Selling inherited property to an investor. If you don't want to go through the hassle of waiting to find a buyer and dealing with sale costs, you may be a better fit to sell your inherited land to an investor. However, choosing to sell to a cashland buyer is the fastest option. If your priority is to stop paying to maintain your land and cash out as soon as possible, get in contact with investors who buy land. Most investors will provide you a free, no-obligation cash offer for your vacant land. If you're happy with the cash offer, your job is done. There is no waiting or delays, which means you can stop paying out on your land as soon as you complete. Step 3. Completing the sale. When selling your inherited land, you will be working with a conveyancer or solicitor. They will deal with formalizing the sale, including getting contracts signed, as well as any other contracts associated with the sale. You'll want to provide all relevant documents, such as deeds and surveys, for review during the legal process. The conveyancer or solicitor will let you know what is required to complete the sale. Completing the sale of an inherited piece of land can take several weeks and registration several months. Closing thoughts: how to sell inherited land. Finding people willing to buy your land would be relatively easy if you know the potential of your land and can identify your target market. Remember that a land sale may not happen quickly, and you may need to be patient. Land doesn't usually sell as quickly as property.